Hello, everyone. Welcome to another day of learning mathematics and science. Today, we're going to talk about matter. Specifically, we're going to solve problems involving the different properties of matter. First, let's define matter. Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. The following are examples of matter. We have air for gas, metal, wood, book, and chalk for solids, soft drinks, water, and gasoline for liquids. Now, let's have a short or brief recall about the volume of matter. So, volume can be determined using one of the following ways. If the object is a regular solid, we simply multiply its length, width, and height. If the object is a sphere, then we use the formula 4/3 pi r cubed. But if the object is an irregularly shaped solid, we can use the water displacement method. So, how do we do the water displacement method? We put it in a graduated cylinder and find out. So, we measure how much the water rises. And we do that by getting the difference between the final volume and the initial volume of the liquid in our graduated cylinder. Now for this lesson, we're going to focus specifically on density and specific gravity. Density is mass over volume. However, we have these certain questions. What is really the definition of density? And why does ice float in liquids or water? Now, to define, density is a measure of how much mass is contained in a given volume. So it is a physical property that helps us describe how compact or concentrated a certain substance is. Again, the formula for density is D equals m over V, where m stands for mass, which is the amount of matter in the object or substance. It's typically measured in units like grams or kilograms. And V stands for volume, which refers to the amount of space the object or substance occupies. So this is usually measured in units like liters or cubic meters. Meanwhile, specific gravity is a measure of the density of a substance when we compare it to the density of a reference substance. Typically, our reference substance is water, which is used for liquids and solids. So specific gravity is dimensionless, okay, meaning it has no specific unit of measure. The formula for specific gravity or SG is density of the substance divided by density of the reference substance. For liquids and solids, the reference substance is usually water at 4 degrees Celsius or 39.2 degrees Fahrenheit, where it has a maximum density of approximately 1 gram per cubic centimeter, or that is 1,000 kilograms per cubic meter. Now, here is a list of the specific gravity of some of the common substances like water, ether, benzene, bromine, chloroform, carbon tetrachloride, sulfuric acid, and sodium chloride. Now, let us proceed to problem solving. First, we have the problem. A tanker is loaded with 500,000 liters of crude oil. The total mass of the cargo is 420,000 kilograms. What is the density of the crude oil? Now, in solving problems, remember that we have the following steps. First, we have to read and understand the problem first. Second, we have to know what is asked and what are given. And then after that, that's the time that we make a plan and execute our plan in solving our problem. Now, from the problem, we have the following given information. We know that the volume is 500,000 liters of crude oil and its mass is 420,000 kilograms. Now we are asked to find the density of the crude oil. And from our discussion earlier, we know that density equals mass over volume. Now let us substitute our given into our formula. So M or mass is 420,000 kilograms, while V or volume is 500,000 liters. To simplify or to divide 420,000 by 500,000, we get 0.84 kilograms per liters. Hence, we have the density of the crude oil, which is 0.84 kilograms per liter. Next, a sample of diesel fuel on board a ship has a density of 850 kilograms per meter cube. What is its specific gravity compared to water? Now remember, the specific gravity of water is 1,000 kilograms per cubic meter. Again, we identify our given first. We have density is 850 kilograms per cubic meter and specific gravity of water is 1,000 kilograms per cubic meter. Now we are asked to solve for the specific gravity of diesel fuel. Now remember, to solve for the specific gravity of a certain substance, we have to divide the density of that substance by the density of the reference substance. In this case, that is water. So hence, our formula will be specific gravity of the diesel fuel equals density of the diesel fuel over the density of water. Now let us substitute what given information we know. So, specific gravity of the diesel fuel is 850 kilograms per cubic meter and density of the water is 1,000 kilograms per cubic meter. Divide that and simplify, we find 0.85. Therefore, we can say that the specific gravity of our diesel fuel is 0.85. Remember, specific gravity has no unit of measure. Let's proceed to the third problem. A ship is carrying 300,000 kilograms of palm oil with a density of 920 kilograms per cubic meter. What is the volume of the cargo? Now this time, we are given the density of palm oil, which is 920 kilograms per cubic meter. And the mass, which is 300,000 kilograms. We are required of the volume. Now, we know that density equals mass over volume. However, we are looking for volume in this case. So, we can use what we know from our idea of transformation of formula. So we can transform this one into volume equals mass over density. So we do that by D equals M over V, cross multiply. We get M equals D times V. So we divide both sides by D. Then we get M over D equals V, or V equals M over D. Now, from the formula that we got, which is V equals M over D, let us now substitute our given. We have 300,000 kilograms divided by 920 kilograms per meter cube. So this is meter cube, not liters. Okay, so we divide, then we get 326.09 meters cube, not liters. So I hope you got this problem correctly. Let's have the next example. A vessel loads 250 meter cube of molasses with a specific gravity of 1.45. What is the mass of the cargo? So this time, we're given the volume, which is 250 meters cube, specific gravity, which is 1.45, and we're asked about the mass of the molasses. Now, how do we solve this? First, let us find the specific or the density of the molasses using this formula. Again, we transform this formula, okay, by making it a goal to find a formula for the density of the molasses. We can do that by cross multiplication. Hence, we get density of the molasses equals specific gravity of the molasses times the density of water. So from our problem or from our given, let us substitute. So specific gravity of molasses is given as 1.45 and the density of water is 1,000 kilograms per cubic meter. We multiply them and we get the density of the molasses, which is 1,450 kilograms per cubic meter. Now to solve for mass, we know that density equals mass over volume. And let's transform the formula again with the goal of looking for the formula for mass. So we cross multiply, okay, and we get M equals D times V. So hence, we use this formula to find the mass of the molasses. So mass is density, which we have found to be 1,450 kilograms per cubic meter, times the volume, which is given as 250 cubic meters. So multiply that, we get 362,500 kilograms. Okay, because we will cross out the meters cube. It will be cancelled out. That's why we only get kilograms. So I hope this solution is clear. Let us proceed to the next problem. Cargo A, which is vegetable oil, has a density of 910 kilograms per cubic meter. Cargo B is glycerin, which has a density of 1,260 kilograms per cubic meter. Which cargo is heavier per cubic meter and by how much? Now from this problem, we know that the density of vegetable oil is 910 kilograms per cubic meter, while the density of glycerin is 1,260 kilograms per meter cube. We are required to find which one is the heavier cargo per cubic meter, which means we have to compare their density. And we are asked by how much or what is their difference. Now, since we're asked to compare, from our data, we know that the density of glycerin is greater than the density of vegetable oil. Hence, we can say that glycerin is heavier. And to find out their difference, we simply subtract them. So 1,260 minus 910 kilograms per cubic meter, we get 350 kilograms per cubic meter. Therefore, in our problem, Cargo B is heavier, which is glycerin, by 350 kilograms per meter cube. I hope this solution is clear to everybody. Now let's proceed to the next one. A ship receives 120,000 liters of fuel oil weighing 120,000 kilograms. What is the density of the fuel oil? If you want to solve this problem independently, you may pause this video. Now, for others, let us now solve this problem. Now, the given in the problem is volume, which is 120,000 liters, and mass, which is 102,000 kilograms. We're asked of the density of the fuel oil. Again, formula is density equals mass over volume. We will simply substitute our given, which is 102,000 kilograms for mass and 120,000 liters for volume. Divide them, we get 0.85 kilograms per liter. Hence, the density of the fuel oil is 0.85 kilograms per liter. Another problem. A vessel carries 250,000 kilograms of coconut oil with a density of 120,000 kilograms per cubic meter. What is the volume? Again, for those who want to solve this problem independently, you may pause the video for a while. Now let's discuss the solution. So in this problem, we are given mass of the coconut oil, which is 250,000 kilograms, and density, which is 1,220 kilograms per cubic meter. We are asked of the volume. Now, again, from the previous problem, we already know that density is mass over volume, and to transform the formula for volume, we have volume equals mass over density. So let's substitute. Mass is 250,000 kilograms and density is 1,220 kilograms per meter cube. Volume is 204.92 meters cube. Okay, remember that we're going to cancel out the kilograms. Hence, our function or our unit of measure is 204.92 meters cube. Next problem. Lubricant oil has a density of 890 kilograms per meter cube. What is its specific gravity? Again, be reminded that specific gravity of water, which is our reference substance, is 1,000 kilograms per meter cube. Again, if you want to practice on this problem, you may pause this video. Now, for the solution, we are given the density of lubricant oil, which is 890 kilograms per meter cube. Specific gravity of water, which is 1,000, or that is density rather. Okay, density of water. That's 1,000 kilograms per meter cube. Okay, so we're asked the specific gravity of lubricant oil. So, to find the specific gravity of lubricant oil, this is lubricant oil, we will find, or we will divide the density of the lubricant oil by the density of water. That is 890 kilograms per meter cube divided by 1,000. So we get specific gravity, which is 0.89. Again, remember, specific gravity has no given unit of measure. Next problem. A vessel carries a volume of 7,800 meters cube of coconut oil with a density of 880 kilograms per cubic meter. What is the mass of the coconut oil? Again, if you want to practice on this problem, kindly pause the video. Now, from this problem, we know that the given information are the following. Volume is, this is 780,000 rather, meters cube. Density is 880 kilograms per meters cube. And we're asked of the mass. So again, density is mass over volume, and we know that mass is density times volume. Okay, sorry, this is 7,800. Okay, so mass is equal to density times volume. So density is 880 kilograms per meter cube, and volume is 7,800. So D times V or V times T, that's still the same because multiplication is commutative. So to multiply, we get 6,864,000 kilograms because meters cube will be cancelled out. And for the last problem, a ship loads 300 cubic meters of syrup with a specific gravity of 1.35. What is the mass? Again, pause this video if you want to practice. Now for the solution, we are given that the volume is 300 cubic meters and the density of water is 1,000 kilograms per meter cube and the specific gravity of the syrup is 1.35. Now we are asked of the mass of the syrup. Now to solve, we find first the density of the syrup. So, by cross multiplication, okay, we get density of the syrup equals specific gravity of the syrup times the density of water. So that is 1.35 times 1,000 kilograms per meter cube. So we find that the density of the syrup is 1,350 kilograms per cubic meter. From there, let's solve for the mass by transforming the formula for density. So we get mass equals density times volume. So to solve for mass, we have density, which is 1,350 kilograms per meter cube, times the volume, which is 300 cubic meters. Again, we multiply, and from here, we know that meters cube will be cancelled. Hence, we get mass, which is 450,000 kilograms. Now, if you want to solve more problems, here are other problems which you can look into. So this is the end of the video. I hope you learned something. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.